All right, so the latest build here is a clone of the Marshall Shredmaster. I used the PedalPCB circuit board called the Oroku for it. And all three of these Marshall clones that I've built the Governor clone, the Bluesbreaker, and this one as well. All three of them have been just pleasant surprises. I never would have, I don't think I ever would have played any of those Marshall pedals, mostly because the enclosures on all of them, are bigger than your standard pedal. And, if you're going to go with a bigger enclosure, that's fine if it's like a dual overdrive or something like that. But if it's, if it's kind of just doing one thing, that's a lot of space in your board to dedicate to that. So let's look at the back right here. And with this one, Marshall tried to take sort of what they had going with the Governor and up the gain a little bit.
Hold on tight. I'm going to really open her up this time and see what she can do.
So instead of one op amp, there's two op amps in there. And I think they did increase the gain, but really, in my opinion, it just gives kind of a different type of overdrive or distortion versus the Governor. The Governor, to me, seems kind of JCM 800 cranked sound, where this one really makes me think of those old plexis that you could crank up and kind of like, old Van Halen, which is why I Van Halen striped this one right here. And I really like the way the finish turned out. I really tried to kind of give it a little more wear just because, Eddie would do that to his guitars and on purpose really try to let the wear show through. And I think it turned out really nice. So let's put this on the big amp and we can hear how it sounds. Okay, here's my clean tone. That's a Marshall Origin 20 head going through a Marshall 1x12 cabinet. The guitar is a Warmoth build of my own. It's kind of a Wolfgang with Seymour Duncan 78 pickups, and I'm in the bridge pickup. Sounds awesome. Like I said, this is the third or fourth one I built, and I think it really does the Marshall Plexi the best. The Governor is great, but I think that's a little more JCM 800 sound. And this is really that super lead thump. It's just, Plexis, I don't know if you've played one before, but my buddy used to have one. And just cranked up, they've got a kind of a special different thump with that palm mute. But boy, they were loud. I think it's that perfect pedal to give that Eddie sound through like his first he used that Plexi for all the albums from the first one all the way up through and including 1984. So let's look at the range of controls here. We've got volume. We've got gain over here. It's at max now. Really nice usable range through the whole thing. light little grit there. Just above 50%, we've got kind of a nice gritty overdrive. Like that overdrive sound when you can get, you can hear every string, but then every string has just a little bit of grit to it too. Really nice. Almost maxed out there, or at least 3 o'clock. And like I said, really usable. It doesn't, you know, just spike out and go crazy when you've got it at max. It's a really nice maximum gain sound. Just a really nice pedal. Okay, so treble. This is the reason this knob right here, C for contour, I think this is the reason why this pedal is misunderstood a little bit. It doesn't have a mids, but it does. Because this contour is mids, and it's just when you go clockwise, it scoops the mids all the way out. And man, you can get that really scooped sound. And then the opposite way is where it brings the mids out front. Like I said, I played it live, and live you really kind of oftentimes want your mids out front because that's where the guitar is in the mix. And it does a really nice job of that. And bass. All right, so the only other thing I have in the signal path is a little bit of delay and a noise gate. And so let's see how, let's turn the noise gate off and see how this thing compares to, I'm going to put a SD1 cranked here. Try to get the gain the same so we're comparing apples to apples here. I think I noticed right around 2 or 3 o'clock. We've got about the same gain. So let's listen to the buzz you get from each pedal there with the noise gate off. Here's the SD1. Pretty standard. And then here is the Shredmaster clone. Pretty much the same, maybe even a little bit less. But it's really decent noise-wise. I mean, if you're playing at overdrive, you don't really even need that noise gate. But then when I'm going high gain, I like to have that on. I have it on all the time anyway. All right, so there is the Marshall Shredmaster clone. Thanks a lot for watching.